From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordo, and this is your News 8 Daily for Monday, February 5th. It is another nice day ahead. A little bit chilly to start the day. We're in the 20s, but we're going to get up to mid to upper 40s by the end of the day. The good news is you will need your sunglasses. We're going to have sunny skies ahead and a warm up for the rest of the week. We're following breaking news in this year's election. Indiana Republican Victoria Spartz now says she will seek re-election to the U.S. House of Representatives. Spartz made that announcement just a moment ago at around 8:40 this morning. Spartz had announced last year she would not seek another term in Congress, setting off a frenzy for the 5th District seat. Spartz issued this statement saying, "As someone who grew up under tyranny, I understand the significance of these challenging times for our republic, and if my fellow Hoosiers and God decide, I will be honored to continue fighting for them. We must carry on the sacrifice of countless Americans for our liberties and keep the American dream alive for our children." Also new this morning, 2 companies are planning to close sites in Indiana, cutting at least 130 jobs in the process. The first in Franklin, where Energizer says it will permanently close its facility in April. The company says layoffs will begin April 1st. Energizer announced last year that it will stop packaging operations at the facility in the first half of 2024. And at that time, the company spokesperson told Wish TV that Franklin would keep serving as the central distribution center for its U.S. battery and lights business. Company has notified all 64 employees. And in Evansville, a Southern Indiana company will shut its doors this summer. Meeting and Events International, an online meeting company based in Evansville, says nearly 70 jobs will be lost. Layoffs will begin in March on the 31st before the company fully closes on June 30th. Company stated closures are due to unforeseen circumstances. The 66th annual Grammy Awards show is in the books. This year's ceremony had everything from history-making wins to surprise announcements. News 8's Brittany Noble breaks down the big moments.
Victoria Monet won 3 Grammys, including Best New Artist. SZA, the most nominated artist of 2024, also took home 3 Grammys, including Best R&B Song. 80-year-old Joni Mitchell performed at the event for the first time, and Billy Joel played his first new song in 17 years. Fantasia channeled her inner Tina Turner for an emotional segment. Billie Eilish won Song of the Year and Best Song Written for Visual Media for What Was I Made For from Barbie. Flowers by Miley Cyrus won Best Pop Solo Performance and Record of the Year. Celine Dion made a rare appearance amid her battle with stiff person syndrome to present the final award of the night.
Those who have been blessed enough to be here at the Grammy Awards must never take for granted the tremendous love and joy that music brings to our lives and to people all around the world.
Taylor Swift accepted her 4th Album of the Year trophy, a Grammys record. She also used the stage to announce her new album called The Tortured Poets Department. Now, Jay-Z stirred up some controversy as he accepted the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. He says he always wanted the Grammys to honor the artists that most influence culture.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category.
Now, if you missed the award show, Wish TV has you covered on our website, wishtv.com. I'm Brittany Noble reporting for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Indiana Fever star Aaliyah Boston will play for the 2024 USA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament team. USA Basketball made the announcement Sunday. This tournament will be Boston's debut on the senior team. The tournament is in Belgium. It starts on Thursday. There are 16 teams playing at 4 different venues. Top teams will earn a spot in the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. Team USA is already locked in as the reigning world champions. The NBA All-Star Game is less than 2 weeks away. The head coaches for the game game are now set. The league announced last night that Chris Finch from the Minnesota Timberwolves will lead the Western Conference team. It's his first time as an all-star coach. Milwaukee Bucks head coach Doc Rivers will pilot the Eastern Conference team. It's his fourth time at the helm. The game tips off at 11 o'clock Sunday, February 18th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Now to Pacers Watch. Players are waking up with a win after beating the Charlotte Hornets, breaking a 3-game losing streak for the team. Tyrese Halliburton was back in the starting lineup last night. He played for 20 minutes and scored 17 points. New star Pascal Siakam also hit double digits with 25 points. Pacers won 115-99. Siakam says the losing streak was tough, though, for everyone.
I think, last week was tough. A lot of tough games. I think we played like 3 games in like 4 nights. Just tough, but we knew that this game was important for us to just come together, work as a team, and try to get a win, try to get back into winning games. So that was a good win for us.
Pacers are back home at Gainbridge Fieldhouse tomorrow night. They play the Houston Rockets at 7 o'clock. In Colts Watch, the Pro Bowl ends with an avalanche of points and the Colts on the losing end. In the main event, the Pro Bowl weekend, the NFC beat the AFC 64-59. Former Colts great Peyton Manning was a head coach of the AFC squad across the field from his brother Eli, leading the NFC. Colts quarterback Gardner Minshew helped out with the scoring, linking up with the Charger Keenan Allen for a pair of touchdowns. Ryan Kelly also made the roster as center for the AFC. The father of a Super Bowl quarterback faces charges of drunk driving again. Police in Texas arrested Pat Mahomes Sr. Saturday. Mahomes Sr. is a former Major League Baseball pitcher. Jail records say he's facing a $10,000 bond and that this is his 3rd DUI arrest, including one in 2019. His son, Patrick Mahomes Jr., is set to start the Super Bowl for the Kansas City Chiefs Sunday. Today, he faces questions and cameras for media night. Super Bowl week kicks off in high gear today as the teams face those cameras and questions. We will have the big media night headlines this evening on News 8 and WishTV.com. Then Tuesday, sports director Anthony Calhoun starts the live all-access Indy reports ahead of the big game. A police dog that served Edinburgh has died. The department says Kira fell ill during training last week. Veterinarians found she was dealing with an infection and pneumonia. The department announced the death late last night, saying she died in the arms of Ryan Coy, the officer she served alongside with. A local restaurant is closed after a car crashed into the building. Wheatley's restaurant on the southeast side posted the update on social media. It says structural integrity of the building is questionable after a vehicle drove into the restaurant on Saturday. No one is hurt, but Wheatley says it will stay closed until the damage is assessed and a plan to move forward is created. Post also thanks people for their patience and understanding. The U.S. Senate is moving forward with a package that pairs border policy changes with aid to Israel and Ukraine. It's the compromise deal that looked to have early hope of passing both chambers, but now it looks unlikely to pass the House. The $118 billion package includes border enforcement policies that would restrict migrant crossings, $60 billion in aid to Ukraine, and $14 billion for Israel. The Senate is set to take a test vote on the bill on Wednesday. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is headed to the Middle East this morning, where tensions are high after U.S. strikes in the region. The U.S. has warned Iran that it will attack again if American forces are targeted. This weekend, the U.S. and Britain launched dozens of strikes against Houthi rebels that hit more than 85 targets in 8 locations. It was in retaliation for the drone strike that killed 3 American soldiers last week and the many attacks by the Iran-backed militants in the Middle East since the war between Israel and Hamas started.
The president was clear when he ordered them and when he conducted them that was the beginning of our response, and there will be more steps to come.
U.S. military leaders say they do not want to make tensions worse in the region, but if attacks targeting Americans continue, they will be addressed. At least 112 people are dead and more than 200 are missing as forest fires rage across Chile. The governor of the Valparaisan region says that he thinks some of the fires may have been intentionally set, saying that the fire started at the same time in 4 different points. Other officials also suggest the same thing. They did that Saturday night. Firefighters fought the massive flames yesterday, also battling high wind, hot temperatures, and dry conditions. Officials say the death toll could rise as search efforts are underway. Evacuation orders are in place for people in California as the state weathers 2 waves of rain that have led to historic flooding. Heavy rain has soaked Southern California over the last week. It has led to flooding and mass power outages. Nearly 850,000 homes and businesses have lost electricity. Storm Track 8 says another 8 inches of rain could fall.
This is an all-hands-on-deck effort. The responders who are pre-deployed and standing by for this storm include firefighters, police officers, DWP crews, sanitation crews, and street services crews.
Wind is the worry to the north. Gusts up to 60 miles an hour hit the San Francisco Bay Area. That led to widespread flight delays and cancellations. Wish TV is your education station, and every month we're highlighting local school districts with the Morning Bell. Conversation focused on new or exciting programs and accomplishments within our schools. This morning, students and staff from Lawrence Township joined us to talk about the VEX Robotics League.
VEX Robotics League in Lawrence Township, it's in its third year. Our goal as a VEX Robotics League is to have as many students as possible participate in the league. And so prior to the league, we had a couple teams in Lawrence Township that were participating, but 3 years ago, actually the robotics teacher at Indian Creek said, you know what, every school in Lawrence Township needs to have a robotics team. So through some partnerships with the Lawrence Township School Foundation and Tech Point for Youth, we were able to start every school with one robot, and we've grown every year. All 11 elementary schools in Lawrence Township now have 3 teams. So we had 33 teams compete for this trophy, and today we have Brook Park Elementary here. They were the winners of the Excellence Award.
So we won the Excellence Awards from being good partners and cheering it on, and that's how we won. It's so fun. Yes. And it's important because you can learn from building things, and building things can help you get smarter.
Happening today, another Slim Chickens opens in Indiana. It's in Westfield, East Spring Mill Point Drive. It's the third one in the state. The others are in the Traders Point area of Indianapolis and in West Lafayette. Chain is known for chicken tenders and wings. Franchise claims the new location will create more than 75 jobs and says today's opening kicks off a deal to develop locations across Indiana, Illinois, and Florida. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.